You have been tested. You have been tried. You have been overworked and burnt out and all of the things that make people want to quit. But you didn't quit. And that's the crazy part, is that a lot of the things that you've gone through, nobody would wish on their worst enemy. It's so funny. So these people that view themselves or perceive themselves to be your actual enemies are really funny to me, because it's like, you must not know yourself enough to know that, like, you couldn't possibly be even on my radar. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of people try to put themselves in your life or place themselves in your life in a more prominent place than they actually are. Basically meaning like they feel more special than they really are, like really, truthfully. Hold on, somebody's walking up, y'all. Wait a second. The point that I'm trying to make is that, like, no matter what, like, people will always perceive themselves to be like the main character in your story until you remind them that they're not. It's like, until you take that space, I can't remember what she said earlier. That's what she said. They may take up your space, but they'll never take your spot. I hope I find her in my like saves or something so I can tag her, but she said they may try to take up your space, but they'll never take your spot. So 1-on-1 and then 1-2-3. It's almost like you have been elevating so much, you've been putting so much work in on yourself that, like, people on the outside might not be able to see it. But that's not what's important. It's not about outside validation. You know how much work you've been putting on yourself. You know how far you've come. And I think I'm talking to somebody who has delayed gratification. 1-4-3 on the timer. What I mean by that is, like, when you reach a milestone, it's not that you don't care or that you don't notice. It's just that it may take a while for you to be like, oh, hey, I kind of reached that milestone. That's pretty cool. I said I was going to do that and I did it, So if you're somebody that struggles with that, kind of like me, I feel like the best thing to do is when you do finally have those realizations of, like, okay, I've done this and I've done that and all of that. It's like, give yourself a moment to really actually just sit in it, Because I do feel like sometimes it's hard for me to, like, not, like, to slow down, like, to not keep going. Like, once I reach a milestone, I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I have to do next, How do I keep going from here? Kind of how fast that car was going. Like, I just keep moving really fast. And I feel like for the collective that's resonating with this particular video, it's like, it's time to slow down and to actually, like, find respite in slowing down. This is basically saying that, like, you're not going to have to put in so much work as you did before. It's about making sure the work that you are putting in is executed, like, precisely, like, no mistakes. Don't back down, never give up. It's like, you know exactly which things to do. I'm talking to people who basically just need confirmations for things that they know, or, like, move through the world, like, with a certain knowing. So clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, people that are tapped into the clairs. I'm talking to you. And this is basically saying, like, there's something on your heart that's, like, really weighing on you. And it's like, maybe this isn't my thing. And it's like, it's your thing, dude. It's totally your thing, dude. If you found this video, it's your thing. I feel like I'm talking to a lot of jacks. So jacks of all trades, masters of none, meaning that you can master anything, because jacks of all trades and masters of none means that you learn what you need to know from each experience that you experience. You don't have to spend 20 years learning about anthropology, because that's not what you want to do with your life, right? But you are interested in anthropology, so you can spend some time learning about it, becoming knowledgeable in it, and therefore hold conversations with anthropologists. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of like that thing. It's kind of like being able to shapeshift, but in a good way. Being able to elevate, but in a good way. Like being able to use your energy and your powers here for good. No longer being the villain. I kind of have taken on the role as the villain based off of projections of people, feeling like, when I take my energy away, that I've done something bad or evil. But all of these people were possessive of me and my energy, really truthfully wanted to completely conceal me, like cloak me, cover me, keep me in the house, regardless of who they are, family, relationships, it doesn't matter, situationships, whatever. It's like all of these people ended up being so, like, clingy. And most of the time people say that autistic people are clingy, but a lot of the time we actually like our alone space or our alone time. We like parallel play. And I don't like for people to assume that my schedule and my routine is less important to what they have going on. So I feel like there's a lot of people right now with Mercury retrograde, they're going to be showing you like where your priorities lie. And when you see who they are, please believe them. Do not open the door back up for them. I also feel like they're going to be trying really hard to like, I'm sorry, or send energy or any of those things. And it's like, cleanse your energy, move on, block, do what you need to do. Because certain people can't go where you're going. Like, you are leveling up. 523 on the timer, you are like literally leveling up. You might have been seeing 555 a lot, fives a lot. Like, you're coming out of the 5 of Pentacles and like literally just jumping to the 10 of Pentacles just as fast as that car passed by. Okay, like, it's as quick as you're moving is as quick as this is going to come in for you. It's just about releasing the negativity and those mental blocks that made you feel like you deserved what you didn't actually deserve. No more gaslighting yourself. No more cognitive dissonance where you feel like two realities are the same, or like are at like happening at the same time. There's a reality that you're actually in line with, and there's a reality that is your delusion. And to step out of that, you need to basically see which one that you're aligned with the most, which one makes you feel safest, which one makes you feel most seen and most heard. And if at the end of the day that reality is where you're alone, in terms of like relationships or friendships or partnerships or whatever, it's like, step into that bag, you know, because at the end of the day, rejection is your protection. 1, 2, it's like sometimes people can't go where you're trying to go, you know. And for you to elevate 623 on the timer and get that equal give and take, you need to go towards the future. What did Walt Disney say? Keep moving forward. I love you and God loves you. It's one love and one peace. Mwah.